This afternoon, we're learning more about the death of a two-year-old Plano girl as her family starts to break their silence. An affidavit reveals that Grace Ford was found unconscious January 9th in her father's apartment. Her mouth had been duct taped. The affidavit says that Grace's father had talked about breaking up with his fiancée, Melinda Muniz, who has now been charged in the child's murder. Police detail in the documents how Muniz's story changed over several days. According to the affidavit, Muniz had also bought items used in the staged home invasion at a dollar store shortly before the incident. Grace's aunt says that CPS had been called to the house several times.
When I talked to the detective and a CPS worker at the hospital, me and my family all kind of talked to them, and we kind of explained our anger that nothing had been done, and how the cases were just closed almost as soon as they were opened without anyone really looking into it. And they said, well, unfortunately, you know, until it's a more serious matter. And we're like, yeah, until a child dies, that's when y'all take it seriously, you know.
And we're now looking into that. We're still waiting on a response from CPS on what they found during their investigations. We're going to have more on that coming up tonight at 6. Meantime, for the very latest on the police investigation this afternoon, we are live with Officer David Tilley of the Plano Police Department. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, Officer Tilley. Can you give us an update on the case as we stand right now this afternoon?
Well, we really don't have any updates right now. Everything is pretty much staying the same as it was yesterday. Ms. Muniz is actually still in custody. She has been transported to Collin County Detention Center, and we're continuing on with our case, and we're going to be referring this up to the Collin County District Attorney's Office. Officer
Tilley, as far as the investigation goes right now, do we have any idea of a potential motive in this case?
No, that's something that we're still looking into. We don't have a clear motive on it, and that's part of our investigation as well.
How cooperative has Ms. Muniz been with detectives in this case, and how cooperative has the family in general been?
You know, I'm not really certain. I haven't spoken to any of the family members, but I have not been given any indication at all that they have not been cooperative. I know that after Ms. Muniz was actually placed under arrest, she was interviewed by detectives and was cooperative during that interview.
So the little girl's aunt, you just heard that, raises the specter that there had been reports made to CPS in the past. How important are records like that in an investigation like this?
Well, our detectives will definitely be, and they have been talking to CPS, and that'll be part of our investigation that we're going to be looking into as well. Any type of documentation that can support anything related to this is going to be something we're going to be very interested in.
Officer Tilley, are you able to tell us at this point if the suspect, Ms. Muniz, in this case, has any criminal record before this?
No, I'm not able to release any of that information, sorry.
One last question here. Do we know at this point if we have the one person in custody that you think may have acted alone in this? Is there a possibility of any other arrests?
We're keeping an open mind about it, but at this point, all the evidence suggests that she was working alone in this.
All right, Officer Tilley with Plano Police. Thanks for joining us this afternoon and filling us in there.